Today's video, I hope to provide you some information about SATA SSDs and NVMe SSDs, just to help you out, help you pick the right thing when you're building your computer. SSDs were invented in the 1950s by IBM. However, they didn't really come into widespread use until SanDisk brought out a SSD in 1990. It was 20 megabytes and it cost $1,000. This eventually led to the SD cards and those flash memory sticks. In 2009 timeframe, Dell and Apple and a few other makers produced some laptops that included SSDs. Today we have a few different kinds of SSDs to show you. These ones are just SATA SSDs. They can go up to a maximum of about 600 megabytes per second. The only difference between these two form factors is this one requires wires from your motherboard and this is directly plugged into it. The slightly faster drives look like this. They're PCI Express Gen3, 4, and 5 drives. The Gen 3 drives are from about 1800 megabytes per second all the way up to about 5500 megabytes per second. The Gen 4 ones are generally from 4500 to about 7000 megabytes per second. You can get varying qualities of each of those Gen 3 and Gen 4 drives, so you might have some that are slower than the average drive out there. The Gen 5 drives really don't make a difference right now. It's not going to increase the speed of loading windows or loading game files or even really doing video editing. It probably is only useful on a giant server. The one thing that a Gen 4 or Gen 5 drive usually includes is a heatsink. These little drives get really, really hot. Often these are under the graphics card with very little airflow. Biggest difference between these SATA SSDs and the NVMe SSDs is boot time. Windows on this takes about 20 seconds to boot. It will take about 10 seconds on the Gen 4 drives. And really Gen 3 is not much slower, and Gen 5 is, 1 or 2 seconds less. Just the Gen 5s aren't worth spending money on right now. The only other difference between these drives really is in terms of games loading a little bit faster, or you might be able to complete your video editing a little bit quicker on the Gen 4 drives versus these SATA SSDs. But a lot of the applications that you use, like Word, Excel, etc., it doesn't really matter at all. If you've found this video useful, you might also like to watch this other video